The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to all, "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. What profit is there for one to gain the whole world, yet lose or forfeit himself? Whoever is ashamed of me and of my words, the Son of Man will be ashamed of when he comes in his glory and in the glory of the Father and of the holy angels." The Gospel of the Lord. You may be seated. Our gospel tells us to deny ourselves, take up our cross, and follow Jesus. But our first reading, I think, contains something that is another great message for all of us to hear. As we hear St. Paul say, not many of us who were called to be disciples. He's talking about the early disciples, the ones that had just followed Jesus. Not many of them had fancy jobs or were like the smartest people around or were the most eloquent in preaching. You might remember what role did the apostles have? What jobs did they have before they were called by Jesus? Well, they were fishermen. They were fishermen, right? So they had a sort of simple job and a simple lifestyle that they had lived in. And yet, God called each and every one of them to follow him, and each and every one of them became a great saint. Our saint today, Saint Agatha, is also a great example of that. She was very young by the time that she died, but she gave great witness to God. So in all of it, what does this tell us? That each and every one of us, at whatever stage in life we are, whether we're students or teachers or wherever we are, God can use us to be his saints. We might not feel like we have all of the greatest gifts. Maybe we feel like, somebody else is better at math, or somebody else, we might look at our older siblings maybe and think, wow, well, they get to do all the cool stuff because they're in high school and they get to, they play on sports or things like that. Even if we might look at them and say, well, they look like they're a lot better than me or something. Don't let that get into your head, because God has chosen each and every one of you, who you are, to be a great saint. And God has given your life such great value and meaning that as you follow Jesus, great things are going to happen. So even if we feel like we might just have a small a role to play, we can fill our little role with great love. Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta would always say that to people, don't do great things, but do little things with great love. And that's what helps make the world a better place. Each and every one of us filling our situation in life and with the most love that we can, with love for God and love for the people around us. So may all of us choose to follow Jesus in that way, and look around for opportunities that we can show our love for God and love for our neighbor.